Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyrim. We are back here in Solitude once again and we're going to go to Broken Ore Grotto now because we need to kill a certain Jari Ra who betrayed us. Well, yeah, I mean, he didn't directly betray us, but I think pretty sure he gave the order to betray us. His sister's dead and we are now going to kill him as well, I hope. Since him and his gang decided to stab us in the back after we did a very immoral thing and made a fucking ship crash on the coast as well, because I think that's what makes it slightly worse. Like we did such a foul act like that and we didn't even get rewarded for it. Well, there's already some dead Blackblood marauders in here, so potentially it might only be Jari Ra in here. And if it is, even better. Yeah, because that bridge was up when you first come in here as well, I believe. So I think there's like a reasonable chance that it might just be Jari Ra. Oh well. Do you know what? I might walk straight up to him as well. If he's there, I'm gonna walk straight up to him and fight him to his face. Just to see if he wants to even attempt to explain himself and what he did. Guessing he's in here somewhere. Yeah, he must be over there. Yeah, but there is like no one here at all, so it's fine. Guessing he's all the way up there. Didn't we literally come up here and kill the Blackblood captain as well? And now he's basically just been replaced by Jari Ra, who is an even worse Blackblood captain. Is he there? Yep, he's right there.
What was that?
Hello, Jari. How you doing, sir? You well? You all good? No. Fair enough. So, yep, stabbed in the back as he tried to run away, and there goes his corpse. Right, well, if I just hop down here, just get what he... I'll take all of his loot off his corpse as well. Well, I think that I think that was a job well done, don't you? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay then. Now that little business is taken care of, let's run all the way back, since I don't think there is a quick way out of here, unfortunately. Just gonna leg it all the way back to the entrance. Basically, what I would strongly recommend is never try and dupe the Dragonborn, because it's not going to go too well for you, I'm afraid. Soz. It's not happening. No. Bad course of action. Right. Now that's done. So I think this would be a quite cool thing to try and do. We must now return to Riften, hand the deed over at the grave of the Grey Fox. This will be quite interesting. Enemies are nearby, apparently. That's not ideal. I don't know where said enemies are. It's probably a mud crab or something like that. Normally it's a mud crab or a slaughterfish or something like that, maybe. I mean, there's nothing hostile around us, but it's a very pristine area, this, isn't it, if you look at it? It's really nice. It is gorgeous. And this is like without mods and stuff as well. Like, there are so many mods out there, I believe, which like improve the game graphically as well. And it still looks this nice, like aesthetically, just in the vanilla version. I know it's anniversary and stuff, so they probably made it look a bit better, just to begin with. But damn fine looking game. So we're gonna go to Riften. And we're going to go to the grave of the Grey Fox. And we might, if we're lucky, get our hands on a cowl. Which I believe will make you the most conspicuous man in existence. But still.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword.
No, not happening. Stranger's Journal, right? This will be interesting. The curse of the Grey Cowl is said to strip you of your identity, wiping you from all of recorded history, but the curse was broken long ago. The truth is, it wasn't Nocturnal that robbed me of my life, it was my selfishness. I wore the cowl out of pure greed, I left my family because I loved only myself. Then my sister passed, leaving her son an orphan, the last of the Ice Blades, heir to a fortune, and easy prey for the wolves. With the boy in danger, it's time I took responsibility as the head of this clan, but if I'm to be his father, I have to stop being a stranger. I must pass the cowl on to another, and in doing so the Grey Fox must die. Until then, I come to this grave every night bringing flowers to ask my sister for forgiveness. Oh,
you've done well.
Oh my lord! The Grey Fox, it's an honour to meet you, sir.
My joy knows no bounds. Here, a little payment for your troubles. I trust we'll never need to speak of this again to anyone.
No. There we go. So, the Sword of Clan Ice Blades have been removed, and I now have the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal. So sneaking is 25% better, carrying capacity is increased by 50 points, nearby living creatures but not undead, machines or Daedra can be seen through walls, turns guards, hostile. Fair dues. So that is not something I think we're going to be carrying around with us. Obviously we'll put that on a mannequin or something like that back in one of our houses, but at least it is, you know, ours and is safe. Obviously, since we have history with it, since the hero of Cyrodiil was also the Grey Fox at one point.
I trust we'll never need to speak of this again to anyone.
No, not a single person. Good stuff. Right. So this one might be one to do next as well. So, the Winged Keep in Solitude, I found the lead on a ship said to have travelled to Blackbone Isle. Apparently the last person to visit the island died in Castle Dow Dungeon. I found his corpse on the map he had under a loose brick. I'll need a boat to travel to the location. Perhaps I can find a spare directly near Orphan's Tear, which is all the way over there. So we might as well go there. Orphan's Tear. Boom. Oh god, that's a fucking horrible looking vampire. Right. Kill the Blackwater Brigand boss. Think we can do that, can't we? I'm guessing it's him. Yeah, it's him. Very well. We just missed. Celeste. From Mirror's Edge. Well, show us was a rotten one. Oh, well, that's one way to end the fight. Ow. Right. Blackwater Blade, absorb 30 points of stamina. That's basically the Blade of Hathinger. Jesus. Right, let's read Celeste's note. The crew always asks me, how can we be pirates if we ain't got no ship? And I tell them we're Blackwater Brigands, we don't need no stinking ship, we can rob folks on land. And they ask me, but don't that make us bandits? And I tell them, good point, maybe we should find us a ship. I heard there's a grand old sea cow over at Blackbone Isle, maybe even have more loot than the Golden Galleon, the one the old Imperial used to tell stories about when I first joined up. From what I hear, the isle ain't too far from here. We could probably steal a boat from the wrecks up north. The problem is no one's been to the isle in ages and we ain't got no map. So the crew asks me, how are we going to find Blackbone Isle if we don't know where it is? And I tell them, shut up, I'm working on it. Do you know what? I've got a soft spot. I've got a soft spot for Celeste after reading that. She was honest. She was honest and quite funny as well. I respect that. I do. Right, so this is obviously the boat that we need to go to Blackbone Isle with. I don't know where Blackbone Isle is. I don't know if it must be up here somewhere, I'm going to guess. But we shall use it, I suppose. Where are we going? Where is Blackbone Isle? This is Blackbone Isle, and Blackbone Isle is... Oh, jeez. It is basically its own map, I'm going to guess, because we can't fast travel away anywhere else. What the hell is... I feel like a bone wolf is not something you want to be greeted with when you first land on the Isle of Ashore, the shores of an isle. Yet, here it is. So there's not a great deal around the island's shore. So I guess we'll just head into the cave and see what we can find. Blackbone Island Grotto. Okay. Let's go in. So I'm expecting necromancers in here if we're being greeted with bone wolves. It's a similar vibe to most of the grottos we see. It is quite a sight. Don't mind me, just being a crack shot archer over here. Doing a pretty fine job of it as well, I think. So far, at least. Got a nice collection of fishing rods there, but nowhere to actually fish by the looks of it. Don't think we'll find the fish we're looking for in this place anyway, though, so nothing to worry about. You can definitely see why being a stealth archer was so overpowered in Skyrim, can't you? It is very deadly when you were when you sort of get everything right. We have a pretty damn large stock of arrows as well. Like even though we are using ebony arrows, which are obviously one of the more potent arrows in the game, I think you could use slightly less sort of powerful arrows, like maybe even iron, well maybe not iron, but like steel and elven and stuff, and I think you would do some damage. Another lockbox. Nice, lockpicking increased to 66. It's good that we're getting our lockpicking back up to some good levels after obviously it was heartbreaking having to legendary that skill because I knew how hard lockpicking again would be after we pretty much made pimps of it last time. So Dead Man's Dread. Alright, let's see what we're gonna find in here. Some tasty loot, I hope. Right, I can already hear the creaking of skeleton bones, so let's just... There's a scimitar there. It's a very, very pirate-themed pirate ship. Hello. Dead skeleton. Shrine of Arca. We will pray at said shrine. There's a black soul gem that's a little bit suspicious, and I don't think there should be black soul gems running around. Well, I'm guessing pretty much all the crew is dead. Some of them have just been reanimated as skeletons, I'm going to assume. There's definitely no evidence that anyone is still alive here. So many bones rattlings. It's quite unsettling, actually. It's not that there might be someone in this room. Oh no, not in this one. But I wouldn't rule them out being downstairs. It's because they sound very close to where we are. No, they had their own little blacksmith on this boat as well. Obviously quite well equipped. Why is there so much fog in here? Like, I know the boat's not going to be in the best condition. Just based on the general, like, fact that you know that we are obviously on a ship that has been presumably uninhabited for quite a while. But there's just a lot of fog. It just seems a bit strange to me personally. Okay, nothing else here, I don't think. Oh, more dead people. Those guys might have been having just a drink together, or maybe a game of cards. I don't know. Okay, nothing else upstairs I don't think, but downstairs might be another matter. Oh. Hello, buddy. Yeah, it's about right. Ooh. Anything, got anything nice back here? No, it doesn't look like it. It's very, very eerie here, but at the same time, you don't feel too in danger just because, well, quite simply, there's no real powerful enemies on this ship. It's just a lot of skeletons, right? Well, I think I'm just going to go in. I don't think there's anything else for us to find here. Right, knock knock. There's a mannequin there. Don't tell me that this is also going to be a house. Surely it can't also be a house. Oh, Cyrus's clothes. Oh. I think I might know what this is. I could be wrong. But is this what I think it is? Captain. There's a captain's journal. We set sail on Dead Man's Dread in the summer to take advantage of the calmer winds, yet Kinnereth saw fit to throw us off course, and now we find ourselves stranded in a fog with no sun or stars to guide us. The crew is blaming the young navigator Kavir for steering us into it. In truth, I only brought him on board because the old captain took ill and we were desperately short on men. One of the crew, Asif, says he was once a priest of Arcane, used to perform the rites. He believes the former captain was murdered. I'll keep this between him and I until I know more. I've kept a date by marking the back of this journal, but there are times I forget, and in truth I don't know whether it's the 22nd of Hearthfire or the 1st of the new year. But the cold is enough to tell us that winter is on its way. We need to find land soon, as the men are getting nervous. There's been 3 fights over rations in the past week. Worse yet, I'm starting to lose my head. There are times I look west and see the golden sands of Strossum Kai on the curve of the horizon. I have to force myself to look away, knowing there's nothing there. We finally managed to find land in this barren frost. The men are joyous. Based on the markings inside the grotto, it looks like we've reached Blackbone Isle, an old pirate den of all things. Many of us were corsairs before we pledged ourselves to the crown, so perhaps coming here was more than luck. Either way, we can't be far from the mainland now. We'll head south for Skyrim in the morning. We are a crew of dead men, and this ship is our tomb. The entrance collapsed in the middle of the night, sealing us inside. Still, we might have found a way back to shore, had the forebear among us, Kavir, not sabotaged the skiffs. It's my crime as much as his, but I'm the one who brought him aboard. For his part, the forebear made no attempt to resist or escape. In fact, he readily admitted to the deed, as well of the death of our former captain. He wanted us to know exactly who it was that he served, so that every crown would know that nowhere in Tamriel was safe. We put him in the brig and left him to rot. Some of the men wanted a more creative punishment, but the reality is there was no worse fate than the one he doomed us to. The situation is dire, the food stocks is depleted, and half the men are crippled with fever. The crew have no delusions about what comes next, but we can still die with purpose. Before the old captain died, he told me that the sabre on his wall belonged to Cyrus himself, and that it was worth more than 1,000 ships full of plunder. I never asked how he knew Cyrus or how he came upon his sword, but I know protecting the hero's legacy was important to him, and now that honour falls to us. I gave each man a choice. Some opted for the drink, others chose a more dramatic exit. As we depart, we will pray to Arcade to bind our souls to the ship, just as Prince Ator was bound to a gem so many years ago. We will protect the relics of Cyrus and honour the crown. We will do in death what we could not do in life. Very honourable indeed, and you have to respect it. You really do. So that is Cyrus's sabre. What's that? What's that noise? Oh, dear me. I don't think they're happy about us taking Cyrus's equipment. Well, we better get out of here. You are very good at blocking, sir. Right, is there anything on these ghostly remains? I don't think there is, apart from weaponry and scimitars especially.
A presence.
You sense correctly, sir.
Hides from the day.
Just executed a ghost. I never thought I'd see the day. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna get out of this grotto. There's gonna be tons of... Well, we're gonna get out of the ship, I should say. There's gonna be tons of ghosts out here as well. Yes. Oh, there's the ghost captain. You stop blocking everything, please. Would it hurt for you to go on the offensive once in a while? We got him, it's fine. There we go. No chances taken. Go. Let's wait. There we have the arrows back. Right, are we quite done? I'm hoping we're quite done. Let's get off the ship and let's get out of here. So I could be wrong, but I think that this whole thing may have been a reference to Elder Scrolls Redguard. I'm assuming, because that attire, that Cyrus's attire, looks like what I have seen of Elder Scrolls Redguard, in the sense of the garb that your character wears. So maybe you play as Cyrus, I don't know, or maybe there is a character in Redguard called Cyrus. I'm not too sure, but I get the feeling that this is a reference to Redguard. I could be wrong, but that's what's jumping out to me. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But if so, it's quite cool, and obviously we now have another unique sort of set to store in our armories. So. On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have all enjoyed. If you have, then please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you in the next episode of Skyrim. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.